Hello everyone. Today we are going to simulate the common collector input and output characteristics using NPN and PNP BJT. So let's get started. So first of all, we will start with input characteristics for common collector using NPN transistor. So here is the circuit schematic given to us. Now let's build the circuit schematic in LTSpice. So we'll go to the LTSpice window, and here we open the from the components. We have selected the new schematic. From here we select NPN transistor. Okay, and we can rotate that, and we have to mirror image it actually. So what we will do is we'll place it on the screen and maximize it, and then we'll select it from here and try to mirror it. Yeah, so this is the way we have to place it. Okay, your emitter has to be up and your collector has to be down. So for this transistor, now let's collect the remaining components. So we have two resistors. So Control R to rotate, and I place it over here. Also, we require two voltage sources. So the two voltage sources here, I'll place it one over here and another over here. Okay, and now we are ready to connect them with the wire. So let me do that quickly. So here it is. From here, I have to connect to the emitter, and remaining at the input side, we have this connection. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, so remaining part also we can connect it quickly. And one last connection to this source supply. Now the circuit is complete. Now we have to, don't forget to connect the ground. So here is my ground terminal, and I'll connect the node with the ground. Fine. So our circuit is ready. Now we have to label the components. So this will be VBB, supply, external supply VBB. We have to make it variable. So we have to click on right click and click on OK. Here this is RB. The value of RB is 100K. Then we have this register as RE. Its value, we are selecting it as 1 kilo ohm. And this value, this supply voltage name is VEE. Now this VEE is actually connected reverse. So what we do is we'll take it aside and we'll rotate it. Okay. So now the circuit becomes complete. Also, the transistor, we have to give the name Q1 underscore your name. So yeah, and this we can call it as NPN1. Okay, so our circuit is complete. And now I have to give define the dot model statement. So what I will do is right click, I'll go to draft, click on the spice directive and start writing dot model npn1 npn beta. I have to give it as 100. So I'll write bf equal to 100. I place this dot model statement near the schematic. Now, next is to define the, I will also have to make this vary. So I'll right click and click on OK. So that means VBB and VEE sources can be varied now. Now I have to define the labeling. So I'll define this node as base, this is emitter, and this will be collector. So to label the node, right click on the wire, click on label net and add your label. So here I'll write base, B stands for base. This will be emitter and collector. Let me go there and change this to E. That is emitter, and this will be the collector. Okay, so the circuit schematic and the labeling part is over. Let me just slightly move it across. Yeah, so as you can see, the left hand side and the right hand side circuit are almost the same now. And now let's simulate the circuit. Okay, so for simulation, click on simulate, click on run, next click on DC sweep. Okay, so when we click on DC sweep, we have to enter the first source. So you can enter the first source as VBB. The type of sweep will be linear. The start value, this is given as 0. I'm referring to this values given in the OneNote document. So 0 to 2 in the steps of 0.1. And in the secondary source VEE, we have to give it as name as VEE, and the type of sweep will be linear. Start value here will be 6.5 volt and up till 6.8 volt in the steps of 0.3. And you click on OK. The moment you click on OK, a blank screen will appear with the x-axis going from 0 to 2. Okay, so this dot DC statement means that supply voltage VBB is varying between 0 to 2 in the steps of 0.1, and the supply voltage VEE is varying between 6.5 volt to 6.8 volt in the steps of 0.3. Okay, and now we have to simulate the characteristics. So for the input characteristics, it's a plot of IB versus VCB. Okay, so let me write over here what is VCB. So VCB can be written as VC minus VB. But over here in our analysis, VC is 0, collector terminal is grounded. So we can say that it is equal to minus VB, since VC is connected to 0, ground. Okay, so VCB is similar to saying that it is minus VB because collector terminal is grounded. Okay, so we have to plot the graph input characteristics of IB versus VCB. So what you will do is you'll click on the simulate. So go to the screen over here, blank screen, right click over here, and add trace, select IB, base current. Okay, so is this the proper plot? Actually, no. This is the plot of VBB versus IB. Okay, VBB, supply voltage VBB versus IB. It's not the plot of IB versus VCB. So to make it VCB, what we have to do is, we have already seen that VCB is same as minus VB, and we have labeled the terminals over here as base B. So what we need to do is to change it to VCB, which is same as minus VB, right click on the x-axis and change it to minus of V of B and click on OK. Fine. So this will be the plot. As you can see, this will be the plot for IB, which is in microamperes, versus VCB. Fine. So now, so what you can do is you can take the print screen of the, open a Word document and take a print screen of it, a schematic, as well as your waveform. Fine. Now let's proceed forward. So what you can do is you can note down the different values of VCB note down the values of base current for different values of VCB. So in this way, you can perform the experiment. Now, next is we have to follow this table. Okay. So what we want is we want to vary the value of VBB from 0 to 2 volts. That is okay. That is absolutely fine. But also we need to note down the value of IB and VCB for VEE equal to 0 for these corresponding values of VBB. Okay. So for that, we will use a dot measure statement. So let me do the changes first. So I'll close this. And now I have to remove the VEE from here. Let's say I'll remove this. Okay. And now I have to give a fixed value of VEE. So I'll right click over here and I'll give 0 volt. Fine. So VEE has been given a fixed value of 0 volt. Now, next thing what we will do is we'll try to simulate this. So click on simulate, run, change the axis to minus of VB so that the x-axis is VCB, and we need to plot the base current IB. Okay, so this will be the plot. Fine. Using NPN transistor. Yeah, so this will be the plot. So for these values, we have to, for VBB variation of 0 to 2 volts, we have to note down the variation of IB and VCB. So let's say VEE is 5 volt. we'll consider a different value. Let's say that it is, okay, 5 volt. Fine. And I'll click on simulate, run. Okay. So now for this characteristics, I have to note down the value of IB and VCB. Okay. So for do that, we will be using a dot measure statement, which will directly give you the values of base current and directly give you the values of VCB for these values of VBB. Okay. So how to use that dot measure statement? We will see that now. Okay. Fine. So in this window, we will write dot measure, and we need to define DC, and then we are finding the value of IB, right? So I'm writing IB1 as the label. Then we have to write find. Now we have to write enter this label IB of Q1 underscore the name. Okay. So we'll define that label IB of Q1 underscore the name, and then find IB when VBB is equal to 100 millivolt. Okay. So here what the statement will do, it will measure the value of base current when VBB is equal to 100 millivolt. Okay. Similarly, we can write the other statements. Fine. This will be VB2, and when VBB is equal to 200 millivolt. Similarly, I'll copy these next statements and I'll add over here. This will be IB3 and IB4 for VBB value as 300 and over here 500. Then I'll copy this 4 statements and I'll write IB5, IB6, IB7 and IB8. These are the variable names where it will store the value of IB when VBB is equal to particular value. This will be 600, 800, then we have 1 volt. I'm referring to the table on the left hand side, and then we have 2 volt. Okay, so these are the statements which we will add into the schematic. So how to add the statements? Right click, go to draft, go to Spice directive and add your statements over here. Okay, and make sure that font point size is 1 or else your circuit will become very small. I mean, it will look very small. So here I've added these statements, dot measure statements. So these statements will give us the values of base current for different values of VBB. Now I have to also find the value of VCB for corresponding values of VBB. Okay. So again, I'll go to this and I'll write the statement dot measure DC VCB1. So we have to find, now what is VCB? VCB is nothing but minus of VB. Okay, that is what we have seen because collector terminal is grounded over here. Fine. So VCB is as good as minus of VB. So we have to write over here, find minus of VB, that is corresponding to VCB, when VBB is equal to 100 millivolt. Okay, when VBB is equal to 100 millivolt. Now next, dot measure DC, same statement we have to copy over here. So this will be VCB2, find, then VBB is equal to 200 millivolts. Okay, here I have to write 100 and 200, and then I'll copy the statements and I'll carry on the next values. Okay, so this will be VCB3, this will be VCB4, and here I have to find for VBB equal to 300, here it will be 500. And then I'll again use the dot measure statement. And this will be VCB5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Correspondingly, this is for VBB equal to 600, 800. Next will be 1 volt. Next will be 2 volt. Okay. So these statements, dot measure statements, will calculate the value of VCB, different values of VBB directly. So again, to add the dot measure statements, I'll right click, click on the draft, click on the Spice directive, and add these statements over here. Make sure to make the font size as 1. So I've added the statements. So now if I simulate and click on run, I'm getting the characteristics. That is correct. So you can take the print screen of the schematic as well as the characteristics. But additionally, I am getting those values of IB and VCB directly over here, as you can see. Okay, if I expand it over here like this, so see, this is IB1 to IB8. So 8 values for corresponding 8 values of VBB. And these are the values of VCB from VCB1 to VCB8. It is storing this value. So as you can see, these are the values. And what is this 0.1, 0.2, 0.3? This is nothing but your VBB values. Okay, so in this way, you can complete the table for VEE equal to 10 volt also very easily. Let me do that. Right click and I'll click on 10 volt. And then I'll click on simulate again. You'll get the graph. And for the readings, go to view, click on spice error log. So automatically you will get these readings, as you can see very clearly over here. Okay, so you no need to do anything extra. So once you have write the dot measure statement, you have to take the readings from here and enter in the table. Okay, and similarly you can do it for 0 volt. Fine. So this is about the input characteristics for common collector configuration. Now let's move on to the output characteristics. Okay, so for the output characteristics, let me open the window. So the circuit diagram remains the same. What will change is the amount of DC sweep will change. Okay, so I'll delete this dot DC statement and I have to enter the value something like this. So I'll click on run, simulate, run. It will ask for the DC sweep. The circuit remains the same, everything remains the same. So here the DC sweep statements will change. So first source to sweep will be for the output characteristics is VEE. Over here, we have given the supply name as VEE, so correctly do that. Okay, and the type of sweep will be linear. Start value 0, stop value will be 10, and in the increment will be 0.1. For VBB, secondary source will be VBB. Start value will be 0.5, end value will be 2, and in the increment will be 0.5. Okay, and I click on OK. Fine. So here is my dot DC statement. So it means that your supply voltage VEE is varying between 0 to 10 in the steps of 0.1, and the supply voltage VBB is varying between 0.5 to 2 in the steps of 0.5. So this is in continuation with the input characteristics. We have modified accordingly so that we get the output characteristics. Now, let us see what is the output characteristics from. So output characteristics of a common common collector configuration is a graph of IE versus VCE. Okay, so if I want to write VCE, it will be VC minus VE. Now since VC collector terminal is grounded, so VCE will be equal to minus of VE. Okay, so now we have to plot the characteristics. Okay, remember that when you plot, you click on simulate and click on run, and I'll close this plot. It was from the input characteristics. For the output characteristics, right click and click on add trace. We have to select the emitter current, but remember, emitter current in LT-Spice is generally in the opposite direction, so we have to add a minus sign over here and click on OK. Now, is this my correct characteristics? No. The reason being, this is a graph of emitter current versus VCC, supply voltage VCC, but we want it to be VCE. So to do that, for VCE, that is same as V of minus of VE. So what we need to do is right click over here and change from VEE to V of E. Okay, now this is the proper graph. Actually, earlier it was a graph of IE versus VEE, not VCC, VEE. Okay, and we have changed this to VCE. So this is the output characteristics of your common collector, configuration using NPN transistor. So you can take a print screen of the schematic as well as the output waveforms. Fine. And as you can see on the left hand side, this is the graph. This is similar to what we have got. So this is a graph of IE versus VCE for different values of VBB. Now you can either note down the values, various values from VCE from 0 to 1.4 and note down the values of IE, or what you can, additionally, what we have to do is we have to follow this table. So what is this table about? Let me go over here. So over here, for different values of VEE, we have to note down the values of emitter current and collector to emitter voltage. Okay, so we have to do the slight modifications in the dot measure statements. Fine. So let me do that first. So what I will do is I'll remove this VBB from this so that I have to apply a fixed voltage now. Let's say I want to apply 0 volt. Okay, so VBB right now it is 0 volt. So VBB is 0 volt now, and let me check the characteristics. Yeah. So this is what we are getting for, yeah. Actually, we have to, this is IE versus VCE characteristics for VBB equal to 0 volt. Okay. And but now I have to want the readings of emitter current and collector to emitter voltage for these values of VEE. So we have to change a dot measure statement accordingly. So instead of IB, I have to write IE everywhere. So let me quickly do that. So I have to write minus of IE because emitter current is coming in the negative direction. So let me add all the minus signs over here. And I will replace the base current with emitter current. This is, we are modifying it for the output characteristics. And when VEE equal to, so we have to write VEE equal to now. So I'll do the modifications in the dot measure statement. Similarly, you all can also do that for any values of VEE. And also we have to find the value of VCE, not VCB. So I have to replace E over here by B over here by E, so that these are the values of VCE. And here I have to remove the minus sign from everywhere. Sorry, minus signs will be included, but your VCE value will be equal to minus of VE. Sorry. Yeah, here it is. VC value will be equal to minus of VE. So here I will write as minus of VE. And also here I have to change it to VEE everywhere. So these modifications you have to do for the output characteristics. Now I can add over here, actually starting value is 0. So it'll start from 0, then it is 100, then we have 300, 500, then here it is 1 volt, then it is 3. Let us go to 5 and let us skip 8. We'll directly writing 10. Okay. Similarly, I'll do it over here. 0. Next will be 100. Next will be 300, 500, then 1 volt, 3, 5, and directly 10. Last one. Okay. Okay. So we'll add the statements in our schematic. Okay, so we don't require the earlier ones, which was for the input characters, which was for the input characteristics. And now we right click over here. I'll go to draft and add the statements one by one. So here it is. This will measure the emitter currents, the different values of V supply, external supply. And the next one, I will also add in the circuit schematic. And this will measure VCE values for different values of VE voltages. Okay, so I've added the statements. Once the statements are added, it becomes very simple. We have already set the VBB equal to 0. So I'll go to simulate. Already the characteristics, it's coming, but I'll go to view, click on the SPICE error log, and these are the values which I got. See, so easily. So these values are the IE values, different values of emitter current for these values of VE supply voltages. Okay. And yeah, there is one error in this, I guess. This should be V of E, capital E. I must have missed it. Yeah, now it will come correctly. So I'll maximize the output. You can take the print screen of the arrow schematic as well as the waveforms. Okay, I don't know why this is coming like this. Let me check. V of E. Okay, dot measure DC I1 to I7, that is correct. And here it is VC1 to VC7. Yeah, it is correct. VC2, it is showing it as failed. Let me check it why. At 100 millivolt. Yeah, it's okay, fine. That is okay, not all the values. So what I will do is I'll change it to VVB equal to 1 volt. And let's see now the characteristics. So this is how the characteristics look like for VBB as 1 volt. Now let me check those values of spice error log. VC2 is coming out to be failing. Let me see what is the problem over there. Oh, 100 instead of millivolt. Oh, sorry, my mistake. It should be millivolt. Sorry. So by typing, I think it has come. Now it will come properly. So this is my output characteristics. And these are all the values of, as you can see very clearly, these are the 8 values correspondingly the emitter current values for these values of VEE voltages, as you can see. And yeah, so these are the values. Okay. And these are the values of VCE1 to VCE8 for corresponding value of VEE supply voltages. So in this way, you can simulate the output characteristics. Now let's just check it one more time for VBB equal to 2 volt. So for VBB equal to 2 volt, if I simulate, this is the graph which I get. Okay, it's correct. So here we have to go to view and check the spice error log. And these are the values automatically coming now. So we have automated the task of calculation of emitter current and collector to emitter voltage for VBB equal to 2 volt for these values of VEE supply voltages from 0 to 10 volt. Okay. So in this way, you can carry out the analysis for the output characteristics. Now what we will do is now we will quickly so we have completed the input and output characteristics for common emitter for common collector input and output characteristics using NPN BJT. Now what we will do is we'll simulate the same input and output characteristics for PNP BJT using PNP. So we are currently in the output characteristics. So let us quickly go to the circuit of common collector configuration using PNP BJT. Okay, so there are slight changes. This NPN has to be replaced by PNP and the orientation of the supply voltages will change. So let me do that quickly over here. So I have to click on the, just wait a minute. Okay, yeah. So I have to reverse the supply voltages. So here it is VEE and this one I'll press Control R and I rotate it. Okay, just remove all the values from there. Just make it variable. Also, I have to select the new transistor now. So I have to select a PNP transistor. So this is my PNP transistor. I have to orient it properly. Okay. So this is the, yeah. So this is the way I will orient it. Fine. So this is my PNP transistor. Again, I'll name it as Q1 underscore the name. And here I can write it as PNP1. Accordingly, I have to change the dot model statement. Instead of NPN1, I will write PNP1. Here also, instead of NPN, I'll write PNP. And here it is. The circuit is ready for analysis, right? Let me close this. So let's check the output characteristics, what all things we require over here. Okay, nothing we have to change. What we have changed over here, VBB and VEE supply voltages are interchanged. I mean the reverse in polarity. Rest the entire circuit remains the same, and we have changed from NPN to PNP transistor. So those are the only changes which we did. And now we have to go to simulate and yeah. So go to simulate, click on run. Even the DC sweep analysis is almost the same. So first we have to run for VEE, which is linear. Start value will be 0, 10 and 0.1 increment. Secondary source will be VBB. Start value will be 0.5. Stop value will be 2 in the increment of 0.5, and then click on OK. Okay, so here I think I have made the error of not leaving a space. It should be PNP. That's it. Now it will come properly. Okay, so let me close this. Yeah. So now the input characteristics, the output characteristics will also be between emitter current and collector to emitter voltage. Okay, so we have to go to simulate, click on run. So your x-axis we have to change it as we have changed it last time. So it will be minus of VE. Same way which we have done it for the output characteristics using NPN transistor. Same way for PNP transistor. And I'll right click over here, click on add trace. And emitter current, I have to add a minus sign because in LT Spice, the emitter current it's coming out to be generally negative. So here I'll add the minus sign, and here it is. The output characteristics, we got it directly. So as you can see, this is the output characteristics, IE versus VCE. Okay, x-axis is VCE and your y-axis is your emitter current, and it's coming in the third quadrant. Perfectly fine. So this you can take the print screen of the schematic as well as the output waveform. And now if I want to fill in the data in the same table format, how will I do it? First of all, what I will do is I'll change this .dc statement, and I removed a variable term, that is VBB, from there because I'm checking it at one point at a time. Okay, so VBB has removed, and now I'll directly give the VBB value as 1 volt, let's say. And for VBB value of 1 volt, the dot measure statements will remain the same. Nothing will change. Absolutely same it will remain. And I need to measure the value of, I need these values of emitter current and collector to emitter voltage for these values of VEE. Okay, so I'll click on simulate, click on run, and here is the characteristics I'm getting correctly. Okay, so this is a plot of IE versus VCE. Now to check the dot measure statements, I'll go to view, click on the spice error log, and the same statements I've used, nothing changed. So these are the values directly I'm getting. So these are the values of emitter currents, and these are the values of collector to emitter voltage. Okay, I hope it is clear. So similarly, you can do it for VBB equal to 2 volt also. So let me quickly do that. So for 2 volt, I am getting this characteristics. Okay, and if I go to view and check the spice error log, it is readily available the values of emitter current and collector to emitter voltage for different values of VEE are available in the spice error log. Okay, in this way we complete the output characteristics of common collector configuration using PNP transistor. Now we have already made a document for the NPN transistor common collector characteristics. So what I will do is, let me open that. Okay, so for common collector input characteristics using NPN transistor, we'll open that document because these are the changes which we have to do. So just a moment ago, we have done the input characteristics of common collector configuration using NPN transistor. Okay, so we have to do it for PNP transistor now. So what we have to do is, we'll go to that document, input characteristics using PNP transistor. So only the orientation of VBB and VEE will change, and instead of an NPN, we have to change it to PNP. Okay, so we'll quickly do that. I already done that. Okay, and kept it ready for your reference. So this is how it will look like after interchanging. So this is how it will look like. So PNP transistor, the the symbol will be pointing, the arrow will be inwards only. So here we have to plot the input characteristics, right? So for the input characteristics, this is the readings which are there. So I'll do the changes over here, add the secondary source. So secondary source is VEE. It is similar to what we have done before. This is 4 and 3 in the steps of 1. Okay, so I'll quickly check the graph. Here in the input characteristics, it is VCB, right? So we have to add over here minus of VB. Okay, and your input characteristics is a plot of IB versus VCB. So I have to plot base current. Sorry, I have to plot base current. So yeah, here it is. I'm getting the characteristic. So this is a plot of IB versus your collector to base voltage. Okay, it is exactly coming as it is described over here. And now what we will do is we want this table in this form. So here we'll remove the value of VE from your variable supply and we'll give it externally, let's say 5 volt. Okay, so we have given the supply voltage of VE as 5 volt, and now we are checking the characteristics again. So I'll right click and change it to minus of VB, which is same as VCB in this configuration. And here I will plot the value of IB. Yeah, so this is the graph which I'm getting. This is a plot of IB versus VCB for VE equal to 5 volt. Now I'll go to the view, same. The dot measure statements will be same. So these are the values which I'm getting. Okay, all negative values, understandably, for the, it is in the third quadrant, basically. So these are the values of VCB and these are the values of IB for corresponding values of VVB equal to. Okay, so exactly same way, the input characteristics of common collector configuration using PNP transistor can be carried out similar to your NPN transistor. Okay, and let me change it for the one last time. VE equal to 10 volt and observe the characteristics. Here it is. And just to view the IB and VCB values, we have to use the we can check it in the SPICE error log. So in this way, we can carry out smoothly the input and output characteristics of common collector configuration using PNP transistor first and then by using NPN transistor. Okay, so that is all for this session. Thank you very much.